just waited our chance to blast off. Yeah, rounds in possession.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Checking out Cleveland. Hard for them to forget their finals defeat at the hands of this team last season. Nothing can erase that, but a win wouldn't hurt. We've heard some thoughts on it before, but now that we are able to look back on the Warriors' accomplishment last season, all the wins, the first title in 40 years, how do you view the season they had, Shaq, in a historical perspective?
It was super successful. First-year coach with no experience winning championship.
You're always going to have people who don't believe that you're really good at what you do, you know, and that's...
A view of Lombard Street, and in the distance, the Bay Bridge joining San Francisco with Oakland. It's game time in Oakland as the crowds at Oracle Arena look to cheer on the hometown Warriors. And just a single game trip away from Cleveland for the Cavaliers. They've really been on a roll. They've gone 5-1 in their last 6 games.
And they're hitting their stride, guys, right at the perfect time. I mean, the postseason right around the corner. They're playing with tremendous confidence. I think a legit title contender, in my estimation.
Well, you're not on an island with that opinion. I'm right there with you. This team drawing a lot of attention, and deservedly so. They appear to have everything in place that's necessary to win in the postseason.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. And it's Irving in at the 1. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism, but a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
Thompson with the bucket. And here are the Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it.
LeBron drives in, and Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
About 1 minute into the first quarter. LeBron can't get it to go.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
The quick look, no good that time. For Cleveland, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. It's stolen by Green. To the middle, here's Curry. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. Curry's got his first basket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Smith kicks to Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did, but maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov.
And really no choice but to launch to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And stolen by Love. Mozgov with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. Takes the 3. LeBron, no luck. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the opponent's field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Curry gets the bucket.
What a great play. I mean, they led the league. They totally schooled the defender on that one.
Unloads from 13. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him. And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Here's James following the basket by Stephen Curry. And a wide open look for Irving. That falls. Great assist by Love. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving. The Warriors leading. Curry dishes to Rush inside. Green kicks to Thompson. Good D by LeBron.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Here's Curry following the basket by Kyrie Irving and finished off by Bogut.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
James against Thompson. James kicks to Smith. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
Well, I tell you what, that's fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. The key there was not to give him much space before he took that shot.
And really, Clark, that's the only way you're going to stop him. The defender was all over him with a hand right in his face.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability.
And the Warriors with a completely new five on the floor. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Jones comes in for James. Shumpert, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
And that one's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now we have a chance to see the teams that have been the NBA's best three-point shooters this month. The Warriors, number 1. Second, the Cavaliers.
And both of these teams are really lighting it up from long range, shooting with tremendous confidence. This is a great game to watch. You almost have to expect a shootout when they meet.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here's Love, and the whistle blow is going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Cleveland shooting their first free throws of the game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Here's Dellavedova. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Barbosa for 3. Offensive rebound.
Tell you what, guys, his size really comes into play when there's a rebound battle going on. He's got an advantage in there.
And it's Dellavedova missing.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Pass to Jones from deep three-point range. Great D that time from Iguodala. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
We're 5-6 feet outside that three.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry, and tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. Curry is out there with Barbosa, and it's Azili in at center. And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Smith is checked in.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Here's Curry. Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Smith, no good. And Curry is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah, right,
No,
right,
my goodness.
Right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Cavaliers leading. The feed to Irving. Shoots the three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And Cleveland with a change here, too. James checked in for J.R. Smith. Irving passes to Thompson. Fires the three. LeBron, no luck.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
Here's Irving. Following the Stephen Curry. And that one's good, Irving.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And rush kicks to Curry. Thompson, left side. Lock at 6. A 3-ball. Mozgov with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And some changes here for the Warriors. Spates comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Kevin Love's checked in.
Oh! How about that, Kevin?
What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
That's amazing. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Cavaliers making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Out to Thompson. From deep. And another three for Golden State.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
And it's Irving missing.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. Shumpert, he's checked in for Cleveland. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And the shot is good. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And guys, right now, the defense mentally...
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Livingston dishes to Ezeli. And he goes in for the dunk.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
The foul called on Festus Ezeli. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. Here is Love. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
The Warriors shooting their second and third free throws tonight. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from LeBron. Fires from deep. Livingston, no luck. Jones gets to Shumpert. Lets it go from deep. And it's Iguodala with the rebound. Livingston. And a pretty tightly contested.
Guys, I'm here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exhilarating first half to be Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 16 points and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And that'll wrap up our halftime show, the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's playing just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Checking out the group for David Black to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the center, locking down the middle. Thompson for three. They get the rebound. Back to Curry. Launches a three. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Here's Curry with the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's 13 points for Steph Curry.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point.
Jason Thompson.
And the Warriors making a change here. Thompson's checked in.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Azili's checked in for Golden State. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Irving drives in. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed on 3 this game only.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record, the most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
It's stolen by Bogut. From deep three-point range, and Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 16.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
Mozgov passes to Smith. Cleveland moving it around. Love with a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 5th assist in this one. Mozgov with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The shot misses. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Passes it to Love. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. Back to Love. To the middle. Taken away. Thompson misses.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took. Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics because this game is still yet to be determined. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq. Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. And that's really what great players do. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And getting back to Kyrie, many felt the addition of LeBron would cut down on Kyrie's playmaking opportunities. But Kyrie was near his career average in assists last season. That even further indicates how seamlessly the two superstars were able to gel.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, talking about the effect LeBron had on Kyrie last year, they looked fantastic working together. But the stat sheet also bears that out. Kyrie hit over 40% of his threes for the first time in his career, and he posted the lowest turnover rate of his career, too.
Curry's checked in for the Warriors. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Cleveland. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Now the pass to Spates from the arc. The shot no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
And going up against the teams that broke their hearts a season ago in the finals.
And that, Greg, is a pain that'll last a lifetime, but they might be able to numb it a bit with a win tonight.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation. Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Love outside. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one.
On the wing, Shumpert, covered by Barbosa. And here's Love from the arc. Cleveland gets it back. This one for 3. But they recover it. Outside Jefferson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Jefferson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the 3.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. He was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Clark, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Then for the Cavaliers, James checked in for Love. And Smith subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Curry's shot is good.
What handle? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, and you're talking about a very, very valuable play.
Good point.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
.40 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Ezeli. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, a first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
It's Curry with the drive.
Cleveland foul call.
Shots, gentlemen.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year. They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Spates with the block, and they're able to recover. to halt the run. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from LeBron. That's tipped. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Here's James. Klay Thompson and Brandon Rush at the 2 and 3. Iguodala out there with Bogut, and it's Livingston in at point guard. That's the Warriors' 5. James up top. He's covered by Thompson. LeBron James again. James has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Cleveland. Here's Iguodala. Dishes to Rush. Some nice passing by Golden State here. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Iguodala's drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-handed.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Love checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really, it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
They just can't miss. Everything they put up, it seems, goes in.
You know, sometimes you're the bug, and sometimes you're the windshield. They are certainly the bugs tonight. Nothing going their way.
And I'm not even sure that I'd want to be the windshield.
No, but maybe the windshield wiper.
Yeah.
Right. The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in. The shot's good from Irving.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Here's Thompson. And another basket for Golden State.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
On its way from Irving for 2. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrew Bogut. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now.
Is there another player out there capable of moves as stunning as that?
A handful at the most. He is an elite company.
You know, he's got that it factor, no doubt about it. He causes excitement just by walking in the building.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. James against Thompson. And here's Love for 3. Cleveland the rebound. On the wing, Irving. Goes back up. And that one hits back iron.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be. Firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far. And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Thompson outside. Bogut with it. Now defended by Mozgov. Thompson right side. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 13 points here in the second half alone. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Irving from long range. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far. What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Sinks the 15-footer.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Warriors leading by 19. Thompson inside the line. Rebound, Love. Love's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Irving. Warriors with the rebound. Rush has got 4 rebounds in this game. Thompson with the bucket.
This switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're trailing by 21.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Thompson, a former #1 pick out of Minnesota. Growing up, he was the smallest of his brothers and thereby took his lumps when they played hoops. But he said that challenge helped him to develop into the player he is today.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Bazili comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Stephen Curry in for Thompson.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Klay Thompson, born into an athletic family. His father, the former #1 overall pick in the NBA draft. And Clark, his mom, was a Division I volleyball player.
And, you know, Thompson, despite those genes, was not a highly recruited player out of high school. Grew up in UCLA's backyard, but ended up playing college ball at Washington State.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Warriors.
And Clark, we got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Well, basket after basket, they were in attack mode all game long.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And at key points in this game, they stayed committed to their brand of basketball. That's why they'll be taking the front end of this 3-game season series against the Cavaliers.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Klay Thompson. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Shumpert. Another miss by Shumpert. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
And he's good on the second. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Jones dishes to Varejao. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Good. Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
Simply need to just stay the course, Kevin. That's it.
It's been a good course so far.
Yep.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
It's Curry outside. Misses. So we see the Warriors taking the...
Andre, a good game for you and the team tonight. Does a game like this carry more weight considering you beat a high-caliber opponent?
I think it's just a good win, period. You know, we can't really think about who our opponent is. So it was a good matchup. Good way for us to measure ourselves, and we got another big one Friday.
Andre, thank you. One game at a time, Kevin. That's the motto.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And coming up next, the postgame show with Ernie Johnson, Shaq, and Kenny the Jet.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Klay Thompson. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge. and the impact carried them through the entire game. What are your thoughts, Shaq, on his game tonight?
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic, a staunch defender, and a terrific passer. But let's not forget what makes him truly special, that silky smooth jump shot. Thompson is pure, fellas, and he can light it up.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.